keep your heads down, keep your mouth shut, and let me get us out of this like I got us out of every other motherfucking thing else.
Way to move on.
Gangsta Greasy, Greasy.
As we proceed to give you what you need, 2010 motherfuckers, bring that money in motherfuckers. Everything comes to an end.
Let's do it tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
I need you to go find me that white boy. Tell me where he at.
As soon as I get him, you gonna get the car.
You're definitely running your own hustle now, Tommy. If you keep pushing too hard now, we ain't gonna win at this.
If I gotta second guess you, then all this shit goes.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, YouTube? We back in the Low Key Cave, Keyshawn Knobs YouTube page, aka Mr. Low Key, and we back with another television show review. And we got Power Book 4, Season 1, Episode 7, Outrunning a Ghost review. Pretty much got Tommy back in the fold as far as him working with Claudia and working with the chemist and with Liliana as far as trying to get everything done as far as getting this product out. But not only that, trying to get distribution, but now they're working on trying to break it down. You know how, I guess, well, I don't know how because I ain't in doing the drugs right now, or doing product or moving weight or whatnot. But basically, they're trying to break it down in a simpler form as far as trying to basically having an easier way of moving it or whatnot. The only thing with the chemist, she's basically trying to tell Tommy is that if you do it like that, people might be able to, I guess, copy it or whatnot, making alternative versions of it or whatnot. And Tommy just like, you trying to get this shit out here, you trying to get his name, he trying to build this organization up. What I'm really enjoying as far as not only with the season or whatnot, but just showing how Tommy is, I ain't gonna say he's unorganized, but it's showing you how he's going through these trials as far as trying to build his own organization, being that it's the first time that he's out on his own. And it really builds on emphasis, pun intended, with the name of the episode being Outrunning the Ghost. It's showing you just how much Ghost had an influence on him and almost how Ghost, I ain't gonna say belittled Tommy, but made him shrink in front of Ghost. How much overpowering and how much bigger Ghost seemed to be to Tommy in life. And that's what I really enjoy is the fact that the vulnerability of Tommy when he's talking about Ghost, because you see it in him once he started talking about him, you see it in his facial expressions, and you see it in the way he talks, how much not only that he misses Ghost, but how much he looked up to Ghost and how much Ghost meant to him, and him being able to function and him not being able to function without Ghost. So I really love how they do play on that, not only just in this episode, but they've been playing on that a lot with this season, showing you just how important Ghost was to Tommy. But pertaining to Tommy and his new crew, I'm actually enjoying them, man. Like I said, it's some really, really good moments in this episode between Tommy, the chemist, Claudia, and Liliana. Pertaining to Liliana and Tommy, I'm really loving the chemistry and the character development between those two. Everybody's wondering when they gonna smash, basically. Like, is this developing? Is this the development relationship? Is this the building relationship between these two where they end up eventually getting together? But not only that, I'm really enjoying how this take you back to that original Tommy. I'm telling this episode, Tommy on that vicious level, but not only that, it's the loyalty, it's the trust, it's him not knowing if he can trust you. And once you try to cross that line with him, shit is going to be out of the window. It's going to be over. Ain't going to be no coming back from it. But that's the thing I really like about Tommy. And not only that, once again, it's the relationship between him and Liliana. They have an understanding, but it's not only that, Liliana is like Tommy's other, it's like that having, you know, when you have that devil on your ear and then have the good one on the other ear, the angel on the other ear. That's kind of how Liliana is, but sometimes she's playing both, the devil and the angel. I'm just saying, because even when she mentioned in the certain things to Tommy, it's almost like, damn, she a little bit more vicious than Tommy as far as her thinking go, because she said certain things to Tommy like, hey, she might know too much and this and the third, and he told me like, she gonna get it, she gonna get it. I really enjoying those two though, especially Liliana and Tommy. Other than that though, you have Claudia pretty much having these girls going out testing the product or whatnot, and everybody just pretty much this everlasting high they're getting off of this product that they're trying to move with the chemist that's adding this extra dose or whatever she's doing to it or whatnot, and what they're developing or whatnot. So you got Claudia out here doing certain things, but she's kind of start trying to do certain things still on her own as far as the moves she's trying to make. And it's not really that she's trying to undermine Tommy. It's just the fact that she's trying to get out of not the shadow of her father, but she's trying to do something outside of what her father has going on as far as Walter Flynn. So speaking of Walter Flynn, you pretty much got him. I mean, like I said, Walter Flynn for me stole the last episode, yo. He came in there on his chibs, Sons of Anarchy type shit. So he was on that demon time, but you pretty much have him and Vic going through their thing as far as Vic and Gloria. Gloria pretty much done left again. I mean, I ain't gonna say left again, but she's jumping through hoops, man. I don't know what's up with this girl. And Vic, man, now I was really liking Vic. I was like feeling like he wasn't a simp because he was putting the organization in the business before his feelings for old girl. But now it's like, man, get your shit together. Let this bitch go. My whole thing was that you wasn't even worrying about her smashing Tommy. But the fact that now she's like somewhat gone or whatnot doing what she's doing, you got to remember Walter and Claudia kind of gave her an ultimatum pertaining to Vic. But what is going to be Vic's reaction once he do find out that Walter and Claudia kind of been pretty much, I ain't gonna say, well, somewhat threatening Gloria, but kind of bribing her to pretty much get away from Vic. So that's going to be interesting to see where they go with that. Jannard Diamond. Shout out to my boy, man. I forgot his name, but we got a character in here, a new character that's coming in here, and he played on The Shy. Once you see his face, you're going to recognize this guy. I'm really glad they got him in here, being that they are doing Chicago as far as Power Book 4, but Diamond and Jannard pretty much got some things going on as far as what they're trying to do, but D-Mac ends up coming in with this new guy pretty much with an idea of trying to do some things. The only thing is, Diamond really ain't trying to hear it. He just don't trust what they're talking about as far as having an understanding of it. Not only that, Diamond is wanting to do one thing at a time. Like I said, he's not trying to rush, not only as far as doing multiple things, but he don't want to go to jail. And he says that in this episode, like, I ain't trying to go back to jail. So whatever thing D-Mac and this new dude got coming up, they're pretty much, it's some type of scheme. I ain't gonna say it's even a scheme. It's something they had. I can't even remember what they was really trying to come up with, but it's something they trying to do. It was something they trying to do as far as working with somebody outside of town. And it's a character played by Freddie Gibbs, actually. And that's what they was trying to get him to do as far as the other guy anyway. He was working with D-Mac. The thing about it is, Jannard is still trying to get D-Mac to pretty much go and get Tommy. You know the whole situation with D-Mac, and being that he found out that Tommy has a relationship with his father, JP. The only thing is he don't know to the extent what their relationship is. He just know that Tommy is involved with his father. And I'm not going to say what happens, but it's an interesting exchange between Tommy and D-Mac in this episode, and I actually enjoyed it. But I'm really, really interested to see where they're going to go with this, man, especially with JP not knowing that D-Mac is his son. Another thing with this episode pertaining to JP and Tommy is the fact that JP is kind of, I'm guessing, getting towards the point of wanting to meet Kate as far as understanding what's going on with his moms and whatnot, and basically trying to get Tommy to forgive. You know how everything went on with Tommy as far as Kate and the whole thing with his father and whatnot, and original power, and just so much, man. But the thing with JP is he just needs some answers. Not really answers, but he want to get some understanding, especially with the fact that she left after he was born or whatnot. But Tommy is really not trying to hear none of that. But not only that, JP is still trying to, you know what I'm saying, get involved with somewhat of the business because he just don't want handouts. He wants a reasoning for him being handed this certain amount of money or whatnot. But Tommy is also not trying to hear that. He do not want him involved. And I really love the way Tommy is like, because JP is like, man, I could do some small shit. I could this, then the third. Tommy like, no, ain't no small shit in this once you in this thing. So I'm really enjoying the interactions between those two, man. Flashing back to Diamond, we got old girl back again and end up finding out, of course, but I think we kind of seen glimpses of this in the last episode, but I didn't know who she was. As far as I'm guessing, she's some type of reporter or whatnot, trying to do some type of story on Diamond just off the fact that he was like this big dude as far as pertaining to his organization, CIB. I keep doing that. I'm sorry, man. I be getting confused. But if I'm not mistaken, it's Chicago Brothers Incorporated, so it's CBI. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comment section, but it's right now I'm going with CBI. But yeah, she's pretty much just trying to, I guess, do some type of story on him, but it's like a little bit deeper than that. And whoever she's working with, as far as this other lady she's working with, it's almost like they're trying to get a story on him and see what he got going on, if he's involved back in the street, so he can end up maybe back in jail and that being another story for them or some shit. It's some off shit, but yeah. Like I said, Diamond just got out of jail, man. He getting his ass now finally. And the other day, people was bringing up the fact that Diamond been out for so long, and he just now getting ass in episode 6. Hey, man, I think it was a trust thing with Diamond. Diamond was just trying to get acquainted with everything was going on down the streets, especially with everything he had going on with his brother. Speaking of, man, with his brother, man, Denard, it's like your brother pretty much distanced himself from Tommy. But Denard still has somewhat this agenda of trying to do things, especially when the Diamond and him don't agree with certain things pertaining to this whole idea that D-Mac and old buddy got. Diamond is not with it, and he explains it in good fashion, like he's saying certain things that actually make sense, and this can end up blowing back on Denard in some type of way. I don't know, but it's just the fact that, damn, you asked your brother to stop fooling with old buddy, and he done stop fooling with Tommy, but now you still on your sneaky, slimy shit, man. And it is what it is, man. I just don't see this ending up good for Denard. Overall, though, man, this was a good episode. I'm really, really curious to see how things go as far as with Tommy and what they're doing as far as this little crew now, because slowly but surely he is building this little crew up. And I am enjoying this chemist, man. And it's real interesting to see her reaction towards the end, especially with everything that's going on. And I'm not going to say what she ends up doing, but it's just interesting her reaction and her answer to being around these individuals. You're going to know what I'm talking about once you watch it. But like I said, I'm enjoying this little team Tommy's building up. The show overall, even with, like I said, Tommy's spinoff, like I said, I just still feel like Tommy is somewhat invincible. I feel like he still don't have too many obstacles in his way, having that vulnerability as far as just with Ghost and him mentioning Ghost, but I still feel like he just don't have that big enemy out there. You know, like Walter Flynn, I thought he was supposed to be that guy, maybe the Serbs, but he still, to me, just don't have that big person that's in his way right now. Anything that's in his way is just him trying to, and maybe that's how the season is trying to play, is this is showing Tommy trying to build up his organization from the start, you know what I'm saying, from the beginning, and showing how with him being on his own now and not having a ghost and not having people to rely on, just having to rely on himself and his skills or whatnot that he's learned, but the things he's learned from Ghost too. So I think that's really what they really trying to play on as far as this first season, and not really giving us an enemy for him. That's what I'm saying, because you know how we always got to have that person or somebody that they got to go up against, you know what I'm saying, while they trying to do what they doing. And I just feel like Tommy hasn't had that yet. With that being said, I'm still enjoying what they're doing. Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, is still my favorite out of the spinoffs. I can even say personally, I even enjoy Power Book 2, Ghost, a little bit more than I enjoyed this one. With all that being said, I still like this, and I still like the direction they going. And like I said, with Tommy this episode, I like what they did, bringing some of that original Tommy back from the original Power, especially the way he was talking to them, especially when you start fucking up and start doing certain things where either he can't trust you or he trying to get certain shit done. But you also can see how much he's changed. Like I said, that moment where Liliana is talking to him about maybe taking somebody out, and he's still like he trying to basically want certain things to work out where he don't have to do that. He kind of has moments in this episode. Overall, though, I enjoyed this episode. Y'all let me know in the comment section how y'all felt about this recent episode of Power Book 4, Force Episode 7, Outrunning the Ghost. Make sure you hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. This is the road to 500 subs. Shout out to everybody who's been taking the time just to watch me do what I do.
I don't feel comfortable unless I know I went above and beyond with my preparation. The things that possibly could happen, if I ain't take real steps to prevent those things, I'm not comfortable. I can't walk around, you know, charismatic and happy. Nah, I gotta make sure, you know, we setting up some type of wealth, because